So in honor of Robert De Niro's 80th birthday on August 17th, I'm doing a countdown watching all of his films that I currently own. So let's pick today's video. Oh god, no. That's a really bad response. I'm sorry. It's a Martin Scorsese film, and I know that was a really bad reaction considering it's got Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro in it. I say that for one reason and one reason only. It's really boring. Like, it's very pretty, but it's really boring. So I watched this probably only like less than a year ago for the first time ever. And I watched it on a streaming service. I think it was Amazon Prime. And I got so bored watching it. I thought it was pretty. I was like, can I have this set in my backyard? Like, the set, the costumes are gorgeous. I have no qualms with that. It's just the storyline is not for me. And it is a discontinued DVD, but I managed to find it for $30 at DVD King, which is currently in Brisbane City, somewhere in the Maya Center, if that Maya Center still exists, because I know it's getting shut down. But, yeah, it's kind of, great. Let me read you the synopsis. The laughter, the tears, the jazz, the blues, everything that makes New York, New York. Acclaimed director Martin Scorsese teams up with Academy Award winners Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro in this quintessential film about the New York jazz scene. This extended version of the film also features the unforgettable original soundtrack by John Kander and Fred M. And it introduces the world-famous title song to the popular culture, New York, New York. It's a sophisticated and stunning homage to the city that never sleeps. Jimmy is a smooth-talking, joint-jumping saxophonist aiming for a big band stardom. Francine is a timid lounge singer who dreams of the spotlight. When they meet, sparks fly and temperatures rise, and when he plays and she sings, they set New York on fire. It's the beginning of a stormy relationship that will test their ability to balance their passion for jazz with their love for each other. So actually I watched it in April 2001, so I was like, oh, it's fresh, but I didn't know how fresh. So this is my letterbox review of New York, New York. One of the hard-to-find collaborations of Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro. I jumped when I finally found a chance to watch it. From start to finish, New York, New York is visually and audibly perfection. Like the soundtrack, the sets, everything's perfection. The eyes are driven by color and the ears are driven by the tempos of the score. Plot-wise, what is the plot? Francine is written as an incredibly smart and self-driven woman. She knows how to hold her own. I absolutely love her. Jimmy, on the other hand, I want to throttle him. He's the man that dads raise their daughters to avoid, yet raise their sons to be. Jimmy is red flag after red flag from start to finish. The man has no reason for the audience to like him. I like how it looks with the sets, where multiple are used throughout the movie for different scenes, but dressed differently to represent the purpose of each scene. The costumes for both men and women were incredible. I want the costumes. I also want a replica of the sets in my backyard, even though I know my yard is too small to even fit half the set from a scene from this movie. So like I said, it's pretty, but it's boring. So it's been a year and a bit since I've watched it. Let's see if I still feel the same about it now, cause yeah. But yes, let's go put this on play and watch me dig my feet into the dirt. I'm sorry, Mr. Scorsese, it's pretty but boring. Wow, that is the biggest letdown of a DVD inside ever. Jeez, at least most DVDs I have the picture of the cover on it.
My little towns are melting.
That is a nice main menu though.
I'll make a brand new start of it.
I know that song, and it's not from this movie. So the good thing about New York, New York is that it's perfect for inspiration, because I have a script that I'm working on, and it's about a jazz club owner who's being forced to give up his club, but he wants to find someone to continue the legacy of what he created. And watching New York, New York is inspiration for how to do set design, how to, dress the characters. So that's the upside to watching this movie. Downside is I get very bored watching this movie. So I have to try and convince myself not to get bored with my own scripts too.
Deliriously absent are holding up newspapers with news 8 to 10-inch headlines. VJ days and war days. It's over. Cops are running and killing each other, shouting words, cheering encouragement, and still paper by the ton keeps falling out of the windows, high, high above us.
Just look at all those extras.
And the USO shows too. All of those people in show business who travel the world entertaining our
And this was the 70s. Like, how insane is that? This obviously would have been filmed on a studio lot by the looks of it as well. Because I watched this once before, that's my assumption, and I'm sticking with it. So another thing to do with this movie is that because not only is it set during the jazz era, it's also set during a war era where, you know, V-Day's over, war is over. I don't really know what V-Day is. I don't really know a lot about war. I know some of them, but not a lot. So that's another aspect that kind of loses me because I'm like, I don't know this topic. But again, when you watch it, you can still get the vibe of this is good. This is why people are happy. This is why people are cheering because war's over. And this is why DeNiro is a creep in this movie because he hits on married women and doesn't give a damn. But yeah, still a good movie from pretty perspectives. This scene play out, right? This is why I think he's an utter creep in this movie. And men take notes. When a woman says no, she don't mean yes.
I know you from someplace.
No.
You don't remember me?
No.
You don't remember we met a few years ago? Was it a party or a dance? We had a long conversation. Can't remember that?
No.
I just want to explain to you. First of all, my parents are over there, my mother and father, my brother and sister. So I got to see them because I just was in 2 years in service, you know, so they haven't seen me. Now I want to get your phone number so I can tell you tomorrow about what I was thinking about. It's something very, very important. I've got to talk to you.
No.
No what? No what?
No.
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 No, 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 no. You don't understand.
No, no.
Give me a number. Just you got a pencil or
No.
something? Give me, or I'll have a photographic memory. Just give me a number now and I'll remember.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Can I meet you at Central Park? I'm serious.
I know. No.
I mean, come on. There's no way.
No. That seat's taken.
I know it's taken, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to figure out another angle.
Well, you can skip it because I've heard every angle here tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So my opinion of New York still hasn't changed. It's still very pretty. It's still very costumey. Like, I still would love to like just marry the set and marry the costumes because they're so beautiful. But yeah, the storyline is a bit so-so. The characters are a bit so-so. So my opinion hasn't changed of that at all. It's more the fact that like Jimmy is an arrogant, misogynistic, red flag of a man that you never want to meet in public. He can't take no for an answer. He will manipulate you into liking him. He will manipulate you into having his baby and then convince you that it's your fault for being pregnant and then manipulate you into marrying him and then blame you because you married him and that's your fault, not his fault, because you know, you knew that he wanted to be a single man. So like, it's your fault, honey, not his. You know, that type of man. Whereas Francine's kind of just along for the ride. She's trying to make a name for herself, but she can't make a name for herself because Jimmy's trying to destroy her life. It's an emotional, abusive movie. But the reason the movie is the way it is, or with script-wise, is that because it was, majority of it is an improvised script. Scorsese, De Niro, and Minnelli all ended up in hospital. They all got into like fisticuffs, they all got injured, they ended up in hospital. Martin Scorsese walked off set, leaving another director to come in and temporarily film some of the movie as well, until he had a moment to calm down. Because Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro got into a heated argument and they could not be in the same room together. So this is really insane. And as well as the final nail in the coffin, Martin Scorsese ended up severely depressed because this failed at the box office. So it's not his worst piece of work, but it's also not his best piece of work. It's good because it's pretty. It blinds you with its prettiness and with its actors. But it's bad because there's no story to it. So, you know, it's messy, but it's on the fence. Like, you like it for the wrong reasons, but you hate it for all the right reasons. You know, like, you get what I mean? That's the type of movie that New York, New York is. That's my opinion, and it still hasn't changed.